So I'm here in Edmonton, Canada right now. So tomorrow night's fight night breaks the record for North American gate for a fight night. And for those of you watching tomorrow the rules change. The 12-6 elbow is now legal tomorrow, and the grounded fighter rule where you put one hand down on the ground, gone. So you can't do that anymore, and 12-6 is legal. Tomorrow night's fight night. Record-breaking event in North America.
Today, let's break down some big UFC rule changes, specifically around the 12-6 elbow and the grounded opponent rule. These updates are set to have a real impact, so here's what you need to know. First, let's talk about 12-6 elbows. For those unfamiliar, a 12-6 elbow is when the elbow strikes straight down, like the hands on a clock going from 12 to 6. This move has been illegal in the UFC since the early days, mostly due to safety concerns. But the rule has always been controversial because other elbow strikes are legal, just not at that exact angle. Under the new rules, referees now have a bit of leeway to determine whether certain 12-6 elbows can be allowed, depending on the target and the situation. So while the move isn't fully legalized, it opens up some interesting possibilities for fighters who use elbows in ground and pound or clinch situations. Now, the grounded opponent rule has also had a big update. Previously, if a fighter had just one hand on the mat, they were considered grounded, which meant their opponent couldn't kick or knee them to the head. This led to a lot of moments where fighters would quickly put one hand down to avoid strikes, sometimes stalling the action. With the new rule, a fighter now needs both hands on the mat or another contact point, like a knee, to be considered grounded. This change is aimed at keeping the pace of the fight moving and reducing those moments where fighters use a hand touch as a defense tactic. These changes may seem small, but they can lead to big shifts in how fighters approach the game. With elbows, there's now a chance for more creativity in clinches and on the ground. And with the grounded opponent rule, we're likely to see fewer pauses and more striking exchanges. It'll be exciting to see how fighters adapt to these rules and how these changes play out in future fights. Let me know in the comments what you think of these updates and if you're for or against them.